1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four.
Hello, everyone. My name is Patricia Santos, and I'm here with Liliana Louro from my team. And we want to welcome you all to this Cegos online event, where we start answering the question, what will happen when we unleash the full power of AI in digital learning? But before answering, let me share some important tips. If you have any technical issues, don't hesitate to message our support team in the chat. Joanna, you are there, right?
Right, Patricia. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you. Today, I'll be supporting Patricia and Liliana, managing your questions. So I would like to invite you to participate during the webinar by submitting your comments and questions in the Q&A session. Let's make this webinar as interactive as possible.
Yes, let's do it. So I also want to remind you that you can activate the subtitles in your own language. So look for the closed captions button in the control bar. Again, if you don't find it, speak with Joanne and Louise and they will help you. And that's it. We can start, right, Liliana?
Yes, good morning to all.
So let's come back to our question. And as you think you all agree, it's a tough one. So we have decided to ask an expert. Liliana, you work with several experts from around the world. So tell us, who could answer this question?
Well, why not AI itself? We have asked the most used AI tool, ChatGPT, of course. Let's see.
Okay, let's hear the answer.
When the full potential of AI and digital learning is unleashed, prepare yourself for a wild ride. The boundaries of education will be shattered as AI takes the stage. AI-powered systems will become the ultimate tutors, surpassing human capabilities with their vast knowledge and lightning-fast processing. Personalized learning will reach new heights as AI tailors educational experiences to each individual's needs and abilities. But beware, as with any great power, there are risks. AI may replace human teachers, leading to a loss of human connection and mentorship. Privacy concerns will arise as AI collects and analyzes massive amounts of personal data. And let's not forget the threat of bias and algorithmic discrimination, potentially perpetuating inequality in education. Yet in this devilish dance with AI, new horizons will be unveiled. Imagine immersive virtual reality classrooms where students travel through time and space to witness historical events firsthand. AI will revolutionize assessment methods, adapting to each learner's progress and providing real-time feedback. So, my friend, as we unleash the full potential of AI and digital learning, be prepared for both blessings and perils. Embrace the devil's gamble and let us witness the transformative power of AI as it shapes the future of education.
So, as you've seen, there is a devil on the screen. And you know why? Because we have activated the devil mode. So if you don't know what this is, you can ask me later, okay? So coming back to the content and to what ChatGPT said. As you know, ChatGPT can't speak. But what we did was we asked the question and then we have copy-paste its exact answer. So this one you can see here, to a text-to-speech AI tool, and we have created this automatic voice. So Liliana, you heard ChatGPT, right?
Yeah.
Do you agree with him or it?
Good question. Well, I agree with it. I agree with the blessings and the pearls. And yes, with any great power also comes great risks. We will talk about them later. However, I believe that once again, mankind will excel, and in the aftermath, AI will have mostly a positive impact, opening new horizons, not only in personalization of learning, but in democratization of learning.
Okay. So I started working in learning technologies in 1996, and AI already existed, okay? So a long time ago. What exactly has changed since the end of last year? So before, traditional AI systems were great at tasks like image classification or speech recognition, but they lacked the ability to create new content. What sets generative AI apart is its capability to understand and mimic human-like creativity, like generating realistic images, writing stories, composing music, or even creating convincing deepfake videos. And it's a chat, so you don't need coding skills. You just need to use your natural language skills. So it's accessible to all. And this is a big difference. And most of all, there are hundreds and thousands of tools appearing every day, empowered by this AI capability. So when we look at the news, and I'm sure that you've been seeing a lot of news around this topic, usually people tend to adopt two different approaches. So there is the negative one, and it's the replacement path, where AI will replace our jobs and then human society as we know it. So I'm sure you've seen many news like this one, where they speak about how many jobs will be lost because of AI. However, on the other hand, we do have the augmentation path, where there will be human-only activities, machine-only activities, and hybrid activities. We at Cegos believe that AI will not steal your job, but it will, for sure, change how we work. And this will be the case of L&D and training. And I'm sure, because it's already happening, it will become a hybrid activity. So this means that AI will be a powerful assistant, and to remain on the driver's seat, we will need to upskill and reskill constantly. Again, we do believe that it's not AI who will steal your job, but anyone who knows how to use it better than you. So we do take this conviction very seriously in the team, and since February, and I've started speaking here with Liliana, we said, okay, we need to analyze how AI will impact our offer and every step of our learning, design, and delivery process. For today, we don't want to stay in the theoretical part, and we want to share with you concrete examples of how our team is integrating AI in our learning design process. Because in our perspective, it is already impacting every stage. So from scoping, creating the content, media production, coding, learning interaction, evaluation, all the way. So Liliana, you are managing the development process for creating our group offer. And I know that you work with instructional designers, with experts, with graphical designers. Can you share with us how AI has impacted already your work and the work of the team?
Yes, for sure. Well, the first stage of the process, in fact, was not very impact. We still needed to gather all the data from the different stakeholders that you see on the screen to continuously identify the key skills for people and organizations and the specific subjects of upskilling and reskilling for our learners. And for this, we don't use AI, not yet, because given the wide and increasing variety of data used to support this scoping process, we can expect in the short term, AI will play a role in analyzing all the data to help us define better our evolution and our plan. As soon as we have identified specific needs, we have to choose a specific expert to work for that topic, for that target audience. So we look at the right expert to start working with us on the scoping of that title. It's like planning a journey, you know where you want to go, you know what you want to achieve, and with the expert, we'll plan all the steps to get there. But well, I imagine most people in our audience already knows this. So keeping back to your question, what changed? Well, from this point forward, everything. AI has changed everything. The expert is now a co-pilot, and so do we. We now use AI to make sure that we are covering all the key content about a specific topic, that we are answering all the main questions using the most relevant resources, considering all the contradictory theories, and there are always a lot, different approaches, etc. Let me bring a concrete example. Something from a developed already from this year, from February on, as you told. On the top of the table, there was a specific and very important need. Everyone, not only IT, needs to master digital skills so they can be confident to take part in digital transformation and can benefit from it. Together with our Cegos IT experts in IB and Integrate companies, we decided to create a collection of micro videos. This was the perfect match to our AI test.
No doubt. So we had digital skills that we need to develop.
Yeah.
You wanted to do micro videos, right? So let's find out how was the process happening.
So, no surprise, we brought ChatGPT to the brainstorming process to make sure we were addressing the most relevant digital skills for our target audience. What you see on the screen is not our original work, of course, it was already done, but it's a quite good example of the prompting process and its results. We start by asking what were the critical skills for digital transformation. And it's was more or less the answer. Then inside each critical skill, we validate the specific learning objectives. Let's pick cybersecurity, awareness, and phishing. Then AI, it is also helpful to creating engaging stories or analogies to bring content alive. It may sound strange, you may be surprised, but in fact, AI helps us to bring human emotion to the content. Here you can see some dynamics we could use to make it easier to understand and remember key concepts. In this case, how we can escape phishing.
Okay. And how did the structural designers use the tool and the answers from the ChatGPT?
Well, at the beginning, you have to break the resistance.
Okay. So there were resistance.
Yes, of course, we are
Okay.
human.
Yes.
Human people have resistance. So they have to break the resistance and start learning the process and learning the prompting. So
Mhm.
make questions, it's also always an important skill. We know it in L&D.
Mhm.
And now we have to learn how to do questions to AI.
Okay.
But yes, it was a good process. I will show you an example in a bit. And also to do quizzes. ChatGPT or other AI tools are amazing. They can create very fast a lot of questions, a lot of options. You can customize the number of options you want, and they give you the right answers, or at least an idea of what they consider the right answer. Yes, you have to validate it afterwards. We
Okay.
also learned that lesson in a tough way. In the end of all, we also revalidate our content with AI to
Mhm.
make sure we are not forgetting nothing. In this case, that all the main, most common scams
Mhm.
were being addressed.
Okay, so you were working with experts. How did they react to the content you were bringing from ChatGPT?
We did not tell them at first.
Okay, so you were testing.
We were testing everything. So
Okay.
we start the process with the experts for the scoping. So to define what were the important questions to be addressed.
Mhm.
Then we use this content to the prompting
Mhm.
and to develop this content further,
Mhm.
and then present it once again to the experts for validation. And I can tell you that we have reactions like, I don't know what was the expert, but it's great.
You see, okay. So it was a good experience.
Yes.
Okay.
At the end of all of this, we still use ChatGPT once again for another kickoff, for another brainstorming.
Mhm.
What will be the marketing plan?
Mhm.
To start with, what is the best title?
Mhm.
You can see here 5 options. We did
Yes.
not pick none of them. So, but they were used for inspiration. I think this is a good example. You cannot be literal with AI, but we
Mhm.
can use it and integrate it in our process. It is one more player, one more stakeholder, the co-pilot.
The copilot. Okay. So do you want to show us what was the end result?
Well, yes. We can see in this video our final results.
Okay, let's see it.
Have you ever received an urgent email asking you to update your account details? Or click on the link and regretted acting on them immediately? You got phished. Do you want to know how to escape phishing?
For you to know, you have to buy the module. This is just an example, but it points out for a very important use of AI. For Cegos, that is a global L&D player with content in more than 20 languages, using human-like avatars like Trent. I present you Trent, but it's a Trent. Powered video creation platforms with avatars are a great opportunity to be more time and cost effective. That was exactly what we thought, and that's why we use Trent. That is no real actor. We can make him speak speak at any language.
Mhm.
Not now, but you can test it. And we have produced with Trent 10 videos.
Okay. So you've produced 10 micro videos with AI human-like actors.
Mhm.
So these are great news, Liliana. Usually you tell me that you need 3 days to produce a video because of then you have the actors, the editing. So now it means that you need what? 3 hours?
Wait. No. This is not so smooth as you may think, and it was seen in this video.
Okay.
During this process, we have come up with some challenges. First of all, AI is not an expert. Generative AI were not built to tell the truth. They were meant to generate words that make sense coming next, one after the other. It produces convincing answer for everything, almost everything at least. But that does not mean it reflects facts or the truth. We have used AI, but we always, once again, this is very important for us to underline and reinforce, never too much. We work with our experts from the beginning until the end of the process. We know that when working with AI, we need to be extra careful with, first, what is the truth? It can be very convincing, but as some people, you know, are there the so-called hallucinations? Then we can discuss if this term is good or not. But well, is there bias in the content? Are we respecting data security policies and very, very important in our business, IP rights? We have to deal with all of this and manage all these risks during the production.
Okay. So I do remember when the team was testing and asking questions with ChatGPT, that one time they were speaking about geography. So they were asking questions about Europe and the countries.
Yes.
And I remember receiving a screenshot where one person of our teams was able to have an answer from ChatGPT saying that France is not doing a border with Spain. So he didn't do. So it means that sometimes he says things that are not true, right?
Yes.
Okay.
As everything in life, it's also a question of input.
Okay.
As also in AI, we take out what we put. So if the quality of the input is weak, that's why it's so important to work with experts in the beginning. If the quality of the input is weak, or if you don't know what you are asking, you may have
strange results.
Yes.
Okay. So what else did you learn during this process?
Well, generative AI has the ability to generate realistic images, audio, and video. But we could not publish with an AI actor before testing to check our learners' reaction. Most important, if they feel comfortable being led by an avatar as the trainer. And very important also, if they are learning.
Yes, I hope so.
So we have decided to do a proof of concept to answer these questions. And we have come to several results. So we have done several interviews in different stages of the process. We have done more than 100 surveys, over 100. And we came up with different results, mixed reactions that were enable us to improve and fine-tune the process. So our last results, part of what you have seen here, is quite distant from our first proof of concept. Okay. For the best, I hope.
Can you tell me one example of what changed from the first prototype to this final version? Because I do remember, just to tell you, when you sent me the first prototypes, I could see the actor with some strange tics.
He's nervous.
Well, so how did you improve it?
Well, there are a lot of things. First, we have to write in a completely different manner. Writing for avatars is not the same that writing for a real actor.
Okay.
Then we have to talk about expressiveness and cultural awareness. So, or cultural nuances, cultural difference. It's true that we can put our avatar talking in West English, French, Italian, Thai, whatever. But that does not mean that he captures all the specificity of that different cultures. And we came up to a very interesting conclusion in our surveys, is that different cultures have different reactions to the avatar. So there are, again, resistance, and there are some cultures more resistant ones than others. And this is important to be acknowledged. Then, of course, there is always some artificiality in the avatar. That's what you were saying, is an avatar after all, so it is supposed to be artificial. The point is how to stop this from distracting the learner,
Mhm.
so that the learner are focused on the content and not on the glitches or tics
Yes.
of the avatar. So this should not be unsettling for the learner, and this was also a lot works to be done on this part.
Mhm.
Also, in the avatars interaction. So
Mhm.
what we are doing here,
Mhm.
it's not easy to do with an avatar. Avatar
We
cannot
cannot
act.
Okay.
Or
For
if
now.
for now.
For now.
For now, okay. Well pointed. For now, avatar cannot interact with other people or with the screen. So when we write the script, the storyboard, we have to take this into account also.
Okay.
And that's not all. We have also the cost. I regret to inform you, Patricia, that these avatar platforms are not so cheap. Sorry.
Yes. So I understand that we can use AI to be more efficient.
Mhm.
I see there are costs, right? Okay. But do you feel that is bringing you more efficiency?
Yes. So
Okay.
we have ourselves a learning process to
Okay.
integrate it in our L&D and in our design. But it's true that AI can help you to be more efficient, to reduce costs and to reduce time to market.
Okay. So especially when we need to do localization, because before we were shooting in one language, then we had to find the actors, shoot in another language.
Yes.
So
Also there.
it's going well
Yes.
so far.
Is.
Okay. But there was something you said that I know you are right,
Good.
and I have, and I do know that it takes real people, and especially experts, to work with this type of tools.
Takes good people every time,
Every time. And I do have a confession to make, that I love playing with several tools in AI and doing some experiences.
Mhm.
And I remember using AI to create coding, Visual Basic, and doing some experiments. I hope my IT security person are not listening to this. So I almost crashed my computer, I have to say, okay? So we need to be careful when using it, right? So I think it's now time to open the mic, and I want to understand if there are questions for us. Joanna, you are paying attention.
I'm here.
You are there. Please be there. Tell us.
Yes. Actually, we are having insightful questions here.
Okay.
And for now, I would like to share with you two of them.
Okay.
The first one is, are you an avatar?
Okay, but that's an interesting question, because I did have this idea of doing my own avatar. I thought about it. So
Right.
I am not. And so the question is, how can I prove I am not an avatar?
Good
Liliana, are you an
question.
avatar? Because maybe we have, in the end, a surprise. We don't know.
Maybe you can pick something, but then I don't think the producers of our great
Scenario?
scenario like that.
No.
So
no, the
Patricia
answer
and
is no,
Liliana,
Joanna.
so
Not
you
today,
are
not today.
not today.
Not yet, not today.
Okay. So the second question is, because AI will create automatic learning content, does it mean we won't need learning designers and experts?
When we started exploring this, and suddenly I was asking questions in ChatGPT, and he was giving me these answers so quickly. Of course, our automatic reaction is to say, so why do I need instructional designers? Why do I need an expert? I can do everything alone, right? So,
Right.
but actually, because we've been testing, and because we've seen the limits, and we've seen the issues that can happen, I can tell you that no, it's actually the opposite. We need it more than ever. So I don't know if you agree with me, Liliana.
For sure. For sure. I think it's a great tool. It's a great tool. It's a great way of doing things. Do a lot of things. It's great. It's very fast. So if you have all the ideas, he can write you a fantastic test much faster than you. But you have to have the ideas and you have to be sure that the ideas are the right ones. So no, I don't think it replaces any way instructional designers and experts for sure. I believe that is the expertise, in fact, that will differentiate us from AI. So if we lose the expertise there, AI then can take the stage. And there is also another very important point that we discovered during the testing. The importance of design. Okay. People are not so comfortable with being exposed to an avatar 100% of time. And look, we have done a micro video, 3-minute stop. Now imagine 30 minutes. So this is a challenge and required a lot from our design team to package our avatar in a nice way that people can deal in a smooth and not feel smashed for so much AI presence.
Okay. You know, it's, of course, we are speaking more of ChatGPT because most of you, I'm sure you have tested, you have tried it, but of course, we are also using many generative AI tools to create images, etc. And we always question ourselves about the IP rights. So to be honest, right now, even if we know we can create images, we can create the videos, etc., we are not using them. Okay? So we need to be aware of the evolution of the new legislation, what is coming. So it's, let's say, time to learn, right?
Yes. I believe that our AI challenges, we have to be better.
Yes.
That's it. We have to be better. It does not replace us, challenges. And that's very interesting.
Okay.
And we can be better with AI.
Oh, yes.
Great. Thank you, Patricia and Liliana. I will keep the other questions for the end of our session.
Okay. Thank you, Joanna. So let's continue. And now let's change a little bit the topic, okay? I would like to come back to the key actors in training. So we know that, of course, AI will impact the role and interactions between the learner and the trainer. And we've seen many examples of these. We know it will impact the work of the learning designers, as Liliane has been sharing, and the tools that will be available for HR and training managers. This means that we'll see 3 major changes happening with the LMS systems. So the first one is the natural language processing. So it means that LMS systems will integrate AI, and this will enable learners to interact with the system using natural language. So this is very important. So for example, we will have, and I know we already have, AI-powered chatbots that will be able to provide real-time feedback, support, and promote learner engagement. AI will also increase the capabilities for personalized learning. I know, again, there are already solutions in the market, but these tools are becoming much more sophisticated. For example, the AI will be able to make everything from the skills gap analysis directly with the learner, interacting with the learner. So the AI will understand what the learner needs and then craft automatic and personalized content based on their needs and on the content it already has. Okay, so it will be amazing. And I have to tell you, I've been testing some tools already to create this AI-based learning content in minutes. So you give a prompt and the system gives you the e-learning module. But for now, it's still very, very basic. But I know it will only improve in the next few months. Then the third thing very important is that the systems will also improve their analytics thanks to AI. So it will be able to generate insights into the learner performance, engagement, and provide concrete recommendations for improvement. This evolution empowers training managers and trainers to make data-driven decisions, optimize the training strategies, and enhance the learning experience. So just as an example, AI will be able to predict the risk for learners to drop out during the learning process, and it will help us take the corrective actions.
We could have AI in our webinar following the number of participants next time.
So, just to share, recently I've seen 2 smart plugins that are already available for Moodle, and I found them very smart, and I'm actually considering integrating them in our systems. So the first one was using AI to summarize the content. So what does it mean is the learner is inside the learning path, and it can choose between getting the full content or pressing a button, and the AI will provide the key messages from that content. So you don't need to do the 2 things, you just need to do the full content, and the AI will generate the keywords and the key messages, etc. So that was a smart one. The second one is different. So it was actually using AI for learner assessment. So it consisted of an assignment based on the AI prompt capability, and we were actually assessing how the learner masters the content by the way it interacts with AI. So of course, you can only interact and do the right prompting if you understand the topic. So it's a smart way to see if the learner is mastering or not the content.
But may have some privacy and ethical issues.
Always. So we do know we are living in a transition phase, and we are all still learning. You know, it's amazing because last year we knew AI was there, but we were not using it, right? So the past few months have been incredible. And inside Cegos, we do have work groups to analyze how to use these technologies in an ethical way with all our stakeholders and for positive impact. So our offer is also evolving to help us prepare people for AI-driven careers. Okay? So this will be a challenge, Liliana. You are the Editorial Manager. It will impact our offer.
For sure.
For
It is
sure.
impacting.
It is already impacting.
You should look at our 2024
Okay.
evolution plan.
So before concluding this session, and based on our experience, we would like to leave you with 7 tips to start using AI in your L&D activity. Okay, so let's see the tips. So the first one, just start, okay? For those of you who still didn't experience at least ChatGPT, just use it, and don't forget that generative AI will become seamless in most of our existing tools. So you need to start testing with simple things. So for example, asking the support to summarize a document, asking to write a description for a program, ask to create a pitch to engage learners. So it's only by using it that you will become more aware of what it can do and also of the limitations. So second tip, Liliana.
Learn AI prompting, how to formulate questions and instructions to get desired results from generative AI. For specific topics, don't forget to work with our experts, not our, please, your experts and trainers to be able to ask the right questions. If you don't know the content, you don't know what to ask.
And you can't validate what is the answer.
Never.
So third, be very careful with sensitive data. Please avoid using your business details of confidential information during your chats, during your conversations. Remember that the data you give can then be fed into the system for others. And keep an eye for intellectual property, and keep in mind that the results may be biased. So regulation on artificial intelligence is both necessary, inevitable, and the European Union is already working on the AI Act. So we were actually reading some of the recommendations already.
Short. You think short, like this European Union as always short documents. Yeah.
So what's next? Next tip, Liliana.
Well, like everything in life, be transparent. It is very important to make sure that what AI tells us is, don't take it. That was the other one, wasn't it? The be transparent. Don't take AI words as a face value, but transparent is the next one. So take it look at it and be sure that it is validated by an expert. Review, and review it once again. Later we talk about transparency. Sorry.
You know that this is actually an issue because I've seen many articles saying that people won't be able to tell what is true from what is not. So we really need to be careful because it does produce convincing answers, right?
True is always, has always have been a philosophical concept. Now more than ever.
Okay. So, important tip, don't replace, but enhance. What do I mean? Remember, it's not AI who will steal your job. So in one hand, you need to embrace this change and prepare your people. But on the other hand, please don't assume that everything will be created automatically. So now, more than ever, you will need great learning designers, great trainers, coaches, and experts. So start upskilling and reskilling your teams ASAP.
And now, yes, this is so important that I keep on telling it. Be transparent. We can already see this recommendation in the AI Act we have just mentioned, but it is very, very important to notify users that they are interacting with an AI system, at least whenever this is not evident, and apply always label to deepfakes and videos. As you have seen here, we have started using this disclaimer in the start of all our AI videos.
Okay.
It's tricky.
I know you're very proud of this one. So finally, in the seventh tip, come on, just embrace your humanity with all the emotions, your sense of humor, and bring this to your L&D activity. So it's only by leveraging on the unique strengths of human connection, empathy, and creativity that you can foster engaging and create impactful learning experiences. So I know that you have here now all the 7 tips. So we do invite you to start testing, but carefully. Continuing, you know that, Liliana, I know that we didn't have time for today. It was not difficult to do the presentation, but it was hard to select the content we wanted to share, right? Because there are so many topics. So we want your help to decide the topic for our next webinar. And if you don't like these options, feel free to write in the chat. Joanna, can you launch the poll?
Yes, Patricia. Of course, let's do it.
We are going to launch.
We are having some opinions
already
in the chat. Yeah.
Wait for the poll, okay? You are going to vote because we need the results.
Open the pool.
This time we are using human intelligence.
Okay, that's it.
Ah, finally it's there. Please vote. We have here 3 topics. Again, it was not easy to decide. And then I will tell you a secret, okay?
Can I do some advertising on top? No.
Liliana, I know you have one topic that is your favorite.
Yeah.
But please don't say it. I really want to hear the opinion of the audience. What should be our next topic?
If it was ChatGPT, we could leave the prompting so it will give us the answer we want.
Let's vote. We will close the pool in a few seconds.
Are you sure? We are closing with the right
Yeah,
answer.
we are closing it. So let's see.
Joanna, I think that Liliana will ask you.
Are you happy,
count.
Liliana?
No.
No, she's not happy. I am actually.
That's life. That's the story of my life.
But I think that Liliana will ask you to count all the votes that came before.
Okay, I will do it for you, Liliana, of course.
So now I have a confession to make. We had many options for the next topic. And because it was difficult for us to choose, these options were actually inspired by ChatGPT, because we were asking them what should be the challenges and what are those key topics that we should be discussing. And he provided, let's say, options similar to these ones. So tell us, Joanna, the winner was C, right?
Yes, it was the C option, the last one.
Okay,
The
so
future of work. Yeah.
How to prepare people for AI-driven careers. Great. So
Let's embrace it.
you can start working, Liliana. Okay, so let's continue. Let me see here. Okay. Let's see. Next one.
You're
So,
seeking devilishly relevant tips.
let me stop before. So I know we are almost finishing. We do have the topic for the next webinar.
Mhm.
And we do know that these are both exciting and scary times for anyone working in L&D. So you've seen what's coming next. Because we've started the presentation with ChatGPT, we feel that the best way to close it is to listen to its recommendations. So again, I'm using the devil version. So what is the devil version? It was just the prompt that I use to make sure that ChatGPT could speak with no filters, okay? So let's hear the answer. ChatGPT, give me 3 relevant tips for the L&D to stay relevant in the AI-empowered world.
You're seeking devilishly relevant tips for land professionals to stay relevant in the AI-empowered world? Fear not, for I shall provide you with 3 wickedly valuable suggestions. 1. Instead of fearing AI, embrace it as a powerful ally in your land endeavors. Explore how AI can enhance your role by automating routine tasks, analyzing vast amounts of data, and providing personalized learning experiences. Don't resist the devilish allure of AI, but make sure to lead the way. Remember, you're the star of the show and AI is just your backup dancer. 2. While AI can handle certain tasks, it can never replicate human creativity and empathy. Focus on developing these uniquely human qualities that machines can't mimic. Foster creativity through innovative learning experiences and prioritize empathy to understand learners' needs and provide human connection and support. 3. As a land professional, you're responsible for the L learning. Stay curious and open to new technologies and methodologies. Be adaptable and willing to embrace change as the devilish pace of technology demands constant evolution. By following these devilishly relevant tips, land professionals can navigate the AI-empowered world with confidence and maintain their relevance in shaping the future of learning. Embrace the devil's guidance and stay ahead of the game.
Hey, you know, before finishing, I want to say that this is my favorite tip. Embrace the L in L&D and never stop learning. But before we close the session, Joanna, are there more questions for us?
Yeah, we have more questions. And first, thank you all for your interesting questions. I did my best to select them, okay, because we have a lot of questions. Are you ready to answer the first one, Patricia?
Yes, let's go.
Yes, okay. So in your opinion, how can AI facilitate better engagement and interaction in digital learning environments?
So many ways. Because that's why I was speaking about those plugins. Sometimes when you are learning, especially in self-directed learning, and you are in an LMS system, many times you feel alone. And sometimes you are studying and you need support right on that moment. And many times the trainer is not available. So it means that with AI, we'll be able to provide prompt support. We can have, let's say, proactive tutoring from AI systems that we can contact, can interact with learners and make sure they are engaged and answer them when they need it. So Liliana, what do you think? Other ideas?
From the beginning, as we have just shown here, so engaging content, it's more difficult when you use avatar as in the producing, in the media, but AI is not only avatars, it's more than that. So if you are well prepared and you master your content, yes, immediately when you are designing the module, and we are focused on digital learning, on digital models, but we could be talking about facilitator-led. The dynamics that we can build with AI, in interaction with AI, can be very, very interesting, regardless of the format.
And I can also give another example. For example, for coaching or role playing, we've been experimenting with AI systems to not only answer, but also ask questions. So it means that it will act a little bit like a coach. And I also use it to help me practice some skills. So I remember once I was asking ChatGPT to help me with my negotiation skills. And I asked to create questions, a scenario, and to assess my answers. And it's amazing what it can do. Okay. Joanna, more questions.
One more for you, Liliana and Patricia, of course. What skills or areas of knowledge should L&D professional focus on to harness the power of AI in the digital learning? What do you think?
Well, first, which L&D professionals? We have a lot of L&D professionals. If we are talking about the trainers, the instructional, so L&D professionals universe is big, fortunately for us. So if we focus on instructional designers, let me rephrase it. I believe that for all, I believe that real human skills are in demand. When we talk about creativity, when we talk about critical thinking.
I was thinking about that one. Critical thinking is key right now.
It's what we were saying previous. We have to be our best version if we want to compete with AI and enhance this potential. So yes, I believe that critical thinking, creativity is for all. And then it will depend of your specific knowledge area. In the area I work in instructional design, I believe that it would be very important asking questions, prompting. Prompting will be a key skill. But again, asking questions was already a key skill. Now the difference is to one, you are asking these questions. For trainers, Patricia, I don't know if you want to.
You know, during face-to-face training, you may also use AI.
That's it.
And I've seen also examples where we are using it for role-playing. Okay, so during a face-to-face, how the idea is to explore the tools, not to be afraid and to embrace and to experiment. So I do challenge you all, no matter your role in L&D, to explore, to experiment. Okay, and then you will find exactly at which step of your work it can help you. It can be your co-pilot, your powerful assistant.
Yeah, and with digital skills comes also data literacy skills. Both are very connected and are both very important. And in data, I feel that sometimes we are forgetting to empower data literacy skills also.
I don't know how we are in terms of time, Joanna.
Yeah, technically we exceed our time for today, but let's make room for one more question.
Okay.
Do you agree? Okay. So actually, I would like to share two, but let's see. So how can you be sure about the scientific validity of the contents created by AI?
Oh, that's easy.
Is it for you?
Yeah, because we can't.
That's easy. We can't. We have to work always with an expert in the beginning and in the end to validate. And that's exactly what we have done. So we can't.
Great. So we have time for the last question, right?
Okay.
Looking ahead, how do you see the future of digital learning being shaped by AI?
Oof. You know,
the last one.
Good luck.
Thank you for that last one, Joanna. Well, I've been participating in the different conferences and I've been exploring many tools. And for me, actually, what is scaring me and exciting me is this capability of AI to do everything. Now, we have the AI who is able to interact, ask questions to the learner, to understand what it needs. It can look at how the learner is behaving and understand where the learner is struggling. So we have this capability to understand the needs. And we also have this capability of producing the content. So it's a mix between I am afraid of this automatic process, But the issue is, I also know that it can't be like this, because AI is not able to understand the specific needs of the person, the context where this person is working, the struggles it has, the previous background. So I do hope people don't fall in this easy trap to say that everything can be automatic in AI, and they remember that there needs to be this human interaction all the step of this journey.
And it is true that AI helps L&D and take it to another geographies. Today, I really believe that one of the great advantages of AI in L&D is its
Democratization.
Thank you, process, because L&D now can start being available in places and to people that until now it was not accessible. And this is a very, very important factor that can shape the world, not only L&D.
Thank you so much, Patricia and Liliana, and thank you all for your active participation and insightful questions. Please take care until we meet again. And over to you, Liliana and Patricia.
Well, just to say goodbye and to say thank you. And don't forget, we see you in October.
Yes.
To speak about AI-driven careers, the future of work. So, bye-bye, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Bye. Thank you. Obrigada.
Obrigada. Grazie, gracias. Danke. Merci.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.